Hey everybody, welcome to My Green Pets. I'm William Green. 1 week left until December orchid judging at the Rocky Mountain Judging Center. Mormodia Jumbo World, one of its spikes looks to be, well, it looks like it's gonna be, should be fully bloomed out by next weekend. The second spike is just starting to open. I think most of those will be open by next weekend, but some of them may not be. And I think that's it. I don't think these other two spikes will be open. It's possible maybe a couple on this spike will try to open. This one's kind of wonky looking. But, yeah, I don't know. So I'm thinking less than half of the buds will be completely open for judging next weekend. And I've asked a couple of judges what they think. They say that one, you should still take it in, and two, if there are way more buds than flowers open, they may pass on it. So that wouldn't be a surprise. Interestingly enough, the judging center in Wichita, not Wichita, but it's in Kansas, it's in Winfield, Kansas, it's the Great Plains Judging Center. They actually will be judging on the 17th, so a week later. So I could make a 9-hour drive on Friday and Saturday morning next, or 2 weeks from now, and have the plant looked at there. But that's 18 hours of driving just over a regular weekend, and I don't know if I care that much about getting this plant an upgraded award. Next to it we have this little Pinguicula butterwort flypaper plant, and I was curious if this plant is going dormant because the leaves are starting to curl like this. But I was, I've looked at some resources, and it doesn't, the ones that are dormant that I've seen, they have like this kind of rosette of leaves that come out, and then some of them have like a little bud looking thing in the middle there. So I'm not sure if that's actually what's happening. But I saw another fungus gnat flying around yesterday, so I was like, oh no, don't go dormant. I need you to be catching bugs. So that's not good. We've got Clowesia Rebecca Northen grapefruit pink here with 22 buds on 3 spikes, and that is really exciting. I am very happy to see these little guys. Whoops, not focusing. See if I can, there we go. Not gonna be long, till those guys pop open. We're gonna be very interested to see how these differ from this plant. This one is all done. This is another Rebecca Northen, and it's dropped all of its flowers this past week, and the spikes all shriveled up. So that happened pretty quickly. But it does have another bud down here, so hopefully that will continue to develop and we'll get another spike from this plant. The third attempt to make a spike by this Sunset Valley Orchids hybrid. This is 10089, unnamed Cycnoches hybrid. Looks like that spike is going to abort. So I think this guy's just gonna stop watering it here in the next few weeks and then let it go dormant for maybe some bigger growth and flowers next year. I do still have hope for Cycnoches warszewiczii. It looks like the spike is continuing to grow slowly but surely. I would say this, if this is actually going to bloom, it's still about 6 weeks away. So we're looking at maybe end of January, middle of January, before we have blooms on that, if it continues. Otherwise, just lots of nice root growth happening. A lot of the Cattleyas are putting out like lots of nice roots. Lots of root action back here. Some new roots here on Cattleya maxima after its huge display of 20-something flowers in the fall. It's already got new growths coming up, well underway. Another one here, another one back there, and probably a couple more going to be coming up. So it got upgraded to a, I think it's a 5-inch pot now, maybe a 6-inch pot. It was in a 5-inch. Yeah, I think it got upgraded 5 to 6. So as these spikes kind of turn yellow and wither, I'm gonna cut them off. You can see I already did one here. I like to cut them off flush with the leaves, so it just makes the plant look a little nicer. And then, yeah, as I mentioned last week, the Cattleya rexes, honestly, within the next few weeks, I expect to see new growth pushing out on them. This is Inti. Inti has 2 seed pods that are pretty huge. One is Inti by a triumphans that came from that Orchid Trail cross. That was, one of the parents was the Rex Imperialis from Stewart's, I believe. Defunct orchid company that used to be in California. And then another one, this is Inti by Self as well. So, and speaking of seeds, my Inti by Mayu cross has officially germinated at Meyers Conservatory. So the initial outlook for seedlings on that cross was only like 120 or 130. So I'm not sure if he's going to try to make more, but definitely if you're interested in that, that is a cross between Inti HCC AOS and Mayu HCC AOS. So the two, basically the only 2 awarded rexes in the United States. In the world, honestly, because the other ones were awarded probably 10 years ago, and that some of them are in Peru, a couple of them are in Peru, and then that's it. So if you want the progeny of the 2 only awarded rexes in the United States, now's your chance. They are germinated, and he's taking reservations over there at Meyers Conservatory. Inti by Mayu. Should be bred for flower quality and also just survivability, because those were 2 of the first to bloom out of the original flask from 2014. There's also another flask of Orchid by Mayu. So that has 1 awarded parent, and Orchid was the biggest by far. So it was a very strong grower. So hopefully the strong growing of Orchid and the nice shaped flowers of Mayu will make a nice cross as well. Alright. Nothing else really exciting going on. The seedlings are getting bigger and bigger. So we're just keeping our eye on them. If you were someone who got some of the seedlings from me when I sold several a few weeks ago, patience is the key. They take, 5, 6, 7 years to get to bloom size, but hopefully you knew that when you bought them. They're not going to get big overnight. But the good thing is seedlings are much more forgiving than the adult plants. And by the time they actually do make it to adult size, you're going to be an expert at growing them and keeping them happy. Whereas if you were to buy an adult Rex, as I'm sure many people have discovered from buying on eBay, I have seen some awful looking Rexes on eBay, and it is just a shame. And just, I'm so sorry for the people that buy those and think that they're going to do well. They're not. They're going to die. So don't buy them. If it doesn't look good, don't buy it. It's not gonna, it's a very, very hard plant to grow. So if you don't get one that's really healthy from the beginning, forget it. Honestly, forget it. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks for stopping by. I'm William Green. This is Mormodia Jumbo World one more time. Okay, see you next time. Have a good week. Bye.